This is Chris Nunn, and this time I thought I'd do things a little differently, do this video in English, see how it goes. The book of today is The Life of an Entrepreneur in 90 Pages by David Bet-David. Many of you might think, so I don't want to become an entrepreneur, so what is this message in this book for me? For me, this book is more of a step-by-step manual how to become more successful and to move forward to your goals. So stick with me. Maybe there's something valuable for you as well. The first step towards moving towards your goal is finding your truth. There's this really interesting quote. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. So I really like this quote because if you're really honest with yourself, you might discover something that you don't really like about yourself, that you weren't aware of, or you were slacking off or something like that, and that will really piss you off. That will upset you. You won't like it. You won't like yourself, but that's okay. The hard part is not finding the truth, but it's accepting the truth. And once you accept your truth, you can move forward. So if you're not fully satisfied with your life right now, or with one particular area, just ask yourself, why? This is really important. It's really critical to be brutally honest with yourself. Otherwise, it's really hard to move towards the things you really want in life. And what is really interesting is that many people, if they were asked, so who are you? They will answer, they will tell you basically their life story, and they will have all these reasons why they are in this particular place in time right now, why things are not going their way, or they will tell your story. And what this book argues is that everyone has a story, and people telling you, oh yeah, I can't achieve my goals because my parents were poor. It's just an excuse. There were so many people that also had a story and they could succeed. So see your story more as something that can motivate you rather than holding you back. So this is the right way to see it. Your story is special, and it can drive you forward and not hold you back. So the next important thing is vision. There's a really interesting quote by Napoleon Hill: whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So this shows the important role of a strong vision. If you have a strong vision, it can really create energy, passion, and commitment. So that's why it's so important to really get this point across. So how do you create a vision? First of all, ask yourself why questions. Why do you want to achieve something? Why do you want money? Why do you want, I don't know. Most of the time, money is not, many people will say, yeah, I want to be rich. But most of the time, it's not about money. If you dig deeper, it's about financial independence, being able to care about their parents if they're old, or anything. I don't know. But most of the time, money is just a tool for something bigger. So really dig deep with these why questions. Really try to get to know yourself, and create a vision. That's the next part. Create a vision that matters most to you, and really see what are the factors that drive you in life, and create a vision where you're not trying to move away from something like a shitty job or something, but much rather create this vision where you want to move towards. Most of the people don't move towards something, but rather walk away from something. There's this really interesting example he gives, with these rebound relationships. Basically, there are people, maybe you know them, they get back into a really, really shitty and unhealthy relationship just because they can't stand like the unpleasant moment right now. They can't plow through, and they can't see like the bigger picture, the greater vision of their life. So they just stick with the relationship that's not really helping them, but rather like it holds them back. But that's why it's really important to get that point across. The next really important thing is commitment. And we live in a society of instant gratification where everything is just a click away with like Amazon Prime or Spotify. That you basically can have anything within some seconds, some days. It's crazy. So what commitment is, it really moves away from this instant gratification. It takes time. That's what he wants to take across. Like if you want to achieve something, you have to put the time into achieving it. And there's always this process involved. So fall in love with the process itself and not with the result. And there are like many people that got successful. You see their success stories on the news or anywhere, but you only see the success. You don't see the step by step what they had to do to get to that success. They had obstacles to overcome. They had to put in all the work. A great example for that is Michael Jordan, who became probably the best basketball player of all times, but not because he was lazy and just talented, but probably because he put in the most work of any player at that time. So really try to figure out what is holding you back right now. What are the reasons why you haven't achieved or why you're not on the path of achieving your goals right now. Two reasons could be thinking small, not thinking big enough, not having this great vision what you can actually achieve. Second of all is being afraid or unwilling to do the hard work. For me, it comes down to doing the first step. That one is really hard to get going, get momentum. For me, it was doing this motivational videos. I wanted to do them for so long, actually for more than 2 years. I always thought, yeah, I should do it, yeah. But I never started, and that's why, like, start now. Take one step forward. Take one step forward. There are thousands of steps towards success, but just take the first step. Just get momentum going for you. It's so hard if you like see all the work that you have to put into it in order to get successful. It's really overwhelming. So just take the first step. Don't care about all the other steps you have to take in order to get there. Just start, get momentum going, and from there on, you can achieve it. You just have to take the first step. So their resiliency takes in. That's the next point he wants to take across. Resiliency is, he basically defines resiliency as bending the invincible spirit within us, but not breaking it. It means like having the ability to have this personal strength in times of crisis and to overcome obstacles and not break. Breaking in this metaphor would be quitting and giving up. But if you are resilient, you just stick with your goals, with your visions. So he gives this 5 steps to resiliency, or the tools that can help you. First of all, maintaining a positive attitude, knowing that you control your response. So this positive attitude is really critical, because like it determines whether you how you react in times of crisis. If you're positive and you're like, yeah, I can do it, you will probably plow through, even if it's really hard at the moment. The second thing is establishing a support network that can lift your spirits up in times of crisis. So that might be your friends. They should be really supportive of your goals that you're moving forward. So pick that people that really support your vision and tell them about it. And yeah, that's really important, that there are people that support you with your vision and that are on board in times of crisis. The third point is take care of yourself, of your health, of your fitness. And yeah, he tells about the importance of a good nutrition and sports. Play your strength, do what you are good at, and that will lead you to success and will get the momentum going. And the last one is be the doctor. I really like the last part. What he means is that imagine an emergency room, and there's this patient getting in that is really dangerously hurt. The doctor has to use the tools that he has at the moment in order to heal the patient. So, and he at the same time, in times of crisis, he can't flip out. He has to be really calm, focus on the task at hand, and plow through. The next point is validation. Believe that success is coming, and if you get to that success, see it as a starting gun to double down on the investment you already put in. So don't stop when the first success is coming, but rather double down on your investment. Really see it as a starting point of your whole journey. It is a journey after all. Life is a journey. It's a lifelong working on yourself. And the last point is really drift or drive. So do you want to be the person that drifts in life, or that drives and moves forward to the goals that he sets? So that is really the thing you have to ask yourself in order to move forward. So thank you for listening, and leave your comments for feedback. Thanks a lot.